Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I request everyone to please go on mute. Astha. Okay, now before we begin today's class, I have an announcement to make, which is the All India IIT JAM and GATE exam. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to keep an All India IIT plus GATE. IIT plus GATE means what? The pattern is going to be IIT based, right? The questions will be similar to both because we can keep one of the two patterns, and since IIT asks more questions of economics as compared to GATE, it will be better for you to practice if you go ahead and if you give a full-fledged exam with 60 questions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep IIT plus GATE based all India exam, and the date for that is going to be 16th of November, right? So you have about a month's time to go ahead and to prepare for this exam. Now, all students who are enrolled in any course of ArthaPoint, any course, whether you're enrolled in IIT course, GATE course, MA Economics integrated course, CUET course, any course you're enrolled in, you automatically, because we have your details, you automatically will have access to this exam. But for those students who are not part of any of the courses, there will be a Google form which you can fill with your details so that you can get the access to the exam. This exam, because it is, you consider it as the final IIT exam or GATE exam, so it will not be open for the entire day, and there will be only a 3-hour slot in which you will have to give the exam. So the exam will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. None other slot would be open. It's like a final exam when you have to go ahead and you have to make sure that you sit on your table by 1:50 or 1:40. And for these 3 hours, you should be in a separate room, right? And you should be just focusing on this exam. So for these 3 hours, you don't do anything else, right? Now, apart from this, another announcement which I have here is regarding with the syllabus of the exam, right? It may be possible that by the mid of November, you may not have gone ahead and covered the entire course. I mean, I am dead sure that I will do it from my end with all of you, right? That's why we are doing these weekend classes and we are taking so many extra classes because I want to wrap up the course and I want to give you enough time for revision. But in case you think that you have not been able to cover the entire syllabus, still it is very much necessary that you go ahead and you give the exam, right? You should not be skipping up on this exam. So don't, I know within 2-3 days, many students will come to me that, ma'am, can I give it later? Probably, ma'am, I have not covered my course. I need some more days, etc. That should not happen. Can you please go on mute here? Okay, that should not happen. You have to make sure that you go ahead and you give this exam at any cost. Okay. Now, syllabus is everything. Okay. Syllabus is everything written in the IIT and GATE booklet. if you think that the GATE syllabus is more than IIT, it will happen in some places, huh? That you will notice that GATE has a lot of more econometrics concept, which IIT does not. I am going to prepare this exam from a smaller subset, right? So what it means is that if IIT syllabus is less than GATE syllabus, I will only be referring to IIT syllabus to prepare this exam. I will not be referring to the GATE syllabus in that case. I will not be putting up those extra things, right? Pattern will be GATE based also. Like GATE asks you some of these theoretical questions which IIT does not, right? IIT asks you some of these questions on vectors which GATE may not. So I am only going to refer to the syllabus for that. The kind of questions I will be preparing will be a mixture of the two. If you give this exam between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., right, one very good thing which is going to happen is that you're going to get your rank. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to announce the first 10 rank holders. So you will get pretty much a good idea as to how you are performing in comparison to students across India, right? What your preparation is, how well you are performing. Okay. So, I mean, give your 100%, start from today and make sure that you do each and every practice paper. You go back and you do each and every mock test. Don't skip anything I have done till now. You just give your rigorous 100% on the question bank, okay? But you have to make sure to get a very good rank in this mock exam. It is going to go ahead and help you understand where you stand in entire India. Now, this is the first kind of the exam. I mean, this is the first mock paper that you will be giving. Many times I have seen that the students may be very, very intelligent, right? But they get a bit nervous during the exam, which is possible. I mean, it's not something which may not happen. So, therefore, this exam is not the end of life. This exam is the beginning of your preparation, right? Even by chance you think that, and I mean, I think I'm dealing with 100 to 150 counseling sessions on daily basis, that ma'am, I've studied everything and still, when I give the paper, I don't get good marks, I'm not able to score well. In case that happens, in case you think that you gave your 100%, the next 1 month you have given 150% of everything, you have studied each and every topic, and still probably you have not got a good rank, maybe due to some reason, do not worry. This is the first exam. Then for all of you, whoever is enrolled in whichever course, accordingly, you will be given your own mock papers, right? With detailed solutions. So this is just the beginning of it. Once you give this, then for IIT JAM, you will be having separately 10 mock papers. I will release the date sheet for that. For GATE, you will be having separately 5 mock papers. For CUET, you will be having separately 10 mock papers. For ISI, you will be having separately 5 mock papers. And for others, other classes, other content also, like Madras School of Economics or others, like Shivnath, whatever. For others also, you will have different mock papers, right? So the idea of this exam is not to make you panic. The idea of this exam is not to make you think that you don't know anything. The idea of this exam is to help you start sitting in an exam like environment, right? Because otherwise, when you directly go and you give the final exam, even if you know everything, looking at the system sometimes make you panic, right? Sometimes you think that, I don't know how to go to the next question. I don't know what happens when I skip a question, or when I, click on review towards the end. What happens in that case? Or how do I use the calculator on the portal? So the idea of these paper is to also make you a bit aware about the environment in which you should be giving this exam. Okay. So for these 3 hours, you tell your parents, you tell your hosteler friends, you tell everyone that you should be given a separate space, or probably if you're in a library, whatever, you should not be going ahead and connecting with people during this time. You should not be talking to anyone. You should be giving this exam as if it's a final exam. Okay, right. So this is it. This is the announcement I wanted to make. After this, I will in a separate lecture go ahead and release the date sheet of these mock papers separately. And we will also have a CUET based All India exam, which also I will make you aware of whenever, I mean, it will be in November sometime. I just have to finalize a date for it. So, now November is going to be all about mock papers, right? So you have to give a lot of your time to studying and to giving the mock exams. Leave everything in your life now and focus 100% on the preparation. Okay, so we'll begin with today's class. Any question anyone has before I start the content, start the course? Yes, tell me. I mean, related to mock exam first. Any question? Okay, we'll take that later. No problem. Anything related to mock paper anyone has? Yes. Acha, yes. So that I keep this in mind, can all of you, I mean, Delhi University ka date sheet to usually I check, but can all of you send across your date sheets to me? Just any university you're from, just send me the date sheet. I will try my 100% कि जिस दिन आपका semester का final exam हो, उस दिन आपका मैं ये मॉक एग्जाम ना रखूं. सो इफ यू थिंक दैट, because I know the final exams will be in the month of November or December or January for all of you, so please send me across your date sheets so that I can make sure that I don't keep the exam on that date. I will share the revision strategy, don't worry. So I mean, it depends on exactly where you stand today. So we will talk about revision strategy and how to do micro and maths and other subjects. But anything related to mock that we need to discuss. ठीक. Okay. So we'll do a discussion on strategy once again. Don't worry.